Exclusive reveal. We want to extend a warm welcome to all interested in clinical psychology or aspiring to become clinical psychologists. Welcome to the Institute of Behavioral Medicine in NCKU. We're about to begin the tour to Yu Lab. First, let us introduce our advisor, Professor Rwei-Ling Yu. Professor Yu is an associate professor at NCKU Institute of Behavioral Medicine. She also is a clinical psychologist at the Department of Psychiatry and Alzheimer's Dementia Research Center in NCKU Hospital. Moreover, she is the team leader of the Counseling and Wellness Services Division in NCKU. Don't be surprised. These are all that Professor Yu has been holding the post of. The leading research field in the Yu Lab is exploring brain mechanisms and human behaviors. Through interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary research, the achievements are applied to improve the quality of life in patients or provide concrete suggestions for further medical treatment. As for the research topic of Yu's lab, we aim to integrate the biological, psychological, and social aspects of individuals. We combine scientific methods and clinical expertise to explore the psychological and physiological indicators that influence human behavior, mental states, and cognitive function. Moreover, we are using the disease models to investigate the brain mechanisms. We focus on brain functions and psychophysiology change in the elderly. It includes the normal aging population and the patients with neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's disease. The most prominent clinical feature of Parkinson's disease is the impairment in patients' motor functions, and their daily life is also easily affected by non-motor symptoms. It may lead to poor quality of life or even affect the treatment of motor symptoms. The non-motor symptoms of Parkinson's disease include mood disorders, such as depression or anxiety, sleep disorders, and cognitive impairment. To provide a more efficient and accurate manner for clinicians' diagnosis, we developed the tools to effectively detect the variation in patients' social functions or neurocognitive functions. Furthermore, we conducted genomics research to examine the role of gene mutations in diseases. It may bring a major breakthrough in etiological research of non-motor symptoms in Parkinson's disease and help alleviate medical care and the social burden. Moreover, it could also offer more detailed clinical, psychological, and genetic information for the medical industry. In addition to neurodegenerative diseases, we also extend our research to the youth population, hepatitis patients, and drug users. We are looking forward to improving the living quality of human beings with our new findings. Aside from medical degree students doing their dissertation under Professor Yu, most members in the Yu Lab are prospective clinical psychologists. For students to acquire sufficient skills during graduate school and become independent clinical psychologists, our curriculum includes 2 years of professional training and 1 year of full-time placement. The professional training of the Yu Lab can be divided into 2 main areas: the accumulation of professional knowledge in the laboratory and practical training in clinical settings. We are equipped with clinical psychology assessment rooms, simulation interview rooms, and discussion space in the Yu Lab, allowing students to build the foundation of their professional knowledge while familiarizing themselves with the job and responsibilities of a clinical psychologist. Students can apply neuropsychological scales to examine participants' brain function in the clinical psychological assessment room, and use neurocognitive disorder-related scales to evaluate clinical indexes such as neuropsychiatric symptoms, sleep, social function, and daily life function. As one of our research topics is about Parkinson's disease, students will be trained to carry out motor assessments and neurological examinations, which will gain the hands-on experience to evaluate patients' motor symptoms correctly and have a fuller understanding of the heterogeneity of Parkinson's disease. Students can practice their counseling skills and techniques in our simulation interview rooms, which helps to improve their alertness towards clinical situations and familiarize themselves with the conceptualization of the client's background. This trains students to tackle the issue from a professional perspective, provide tailored treatment suggestions or health education strategies to the client. Our lab's discussion space is a place for Professor Yu and the lab students to exchange their ideas, conduct clinical case discussions, and hold clinical practicums. Students can build memories during their time here through giving feedback on their works, introspecting, and encouraging each other. Aside from the placement in medical teams, The U Lab also actively disseminates health education about dementia in elderly care places or senior activity centers and provides brain function assessments. Residents in the local community can learn more about their brain functions through neuropsychology assessments, and we will also provide helpful advice for them to promote a healthy lifestyle. The clinical neuropsychology training in the U Lab allows students to develop their clinical sensitivity, academic knowledge, and professional skills during their studies. It enables them to hold their heads up in their journey to becoming clinical psychologists. Moreover, graduate students from the U Lab have published their works in international journals and have received various academic awards. They have earned recognition for their research skills and clinical competence, which brings tremendous value to the medical teams and patients. Before we end the tour, we would like to invite students interested in clinical psychology or aspiring clinical psychologists to join us at the U Lab. Let us enjoy the excitement of exploring clinical psychology together.